It's our last day in Iceland, and we spend it exploring Reykjavik some more, doing a little shopping, going in a helicopter to see an active volcano, and enjoying one last dinner. Come along with us as we check it out. Our final day in Iceland began with a last-minute decision to take a helicopter tour to see an active volcano erupting. We originally had plans to go to the Blue Lagoon, but with the volcano, it was canceled. We figured this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we wanted to take full advantage of it. The weather was really cloudy, which wasn't a good sign. We got into the helicopter and were waiting for clearance to take off, but unfortunately the weather had other plans. After being so close to seeing a volcano, we weren't ready to quite give up. Luckily, the company we booked the tour through offered us a time to come back later in the day once the clouds had hopefully burned off. To help soften the blow of not being able to see the volcano, we decided to head to Einstok Bar. We loved their beer and figured we could grab a pint there while deciding what to do for the rest of the day while we waited to get back in the helicopter. Einstok had a nice, cute, and quiet setup, and we really enjoyed the atmosphere. We both got the Icelandic white ale because it's a really classic wit beer with flavors of orange and coriander. It's a much better version of a Blue Moon, essentially. We decided to just stroll around the city for the day and explore the different shops. We hadn't purchased many souvenirs from the trip yet and figured this would be a great day to do so. Living in Florida, we don't really need a lot of cold weather clothing, but I knew I wanted to get something made from Icelandic wool, and that was produced in Iceland. Walking around Reykjavik is so enjoyable because it isn't too crowded and there are pops of art throughout the city. It was nice having a slower paced day after all this sightseeing we've been doing. I do hope to make it back someday. I knew we had to go to the Handknitting Association of Iceland because they sell items made from local artists with Icelandic wool. This store had everything you could think of, and we spent quite a bit of time browsing and deciding what to get. I finally settled on a beanie because I knew I could easily take that when we travel to cooler climates and may even be able to use it when Florida dips into the 50s. Don't laugh, it feels cold when you're used to warm weather year-round. All of the shopping and walking around made us hungry, so we decided to head to a hot dog stand we noticed earlier in our visit. It's near the church, so we walked that direction. We decided to do the traditional hot dogs with the sauces and onions, and I liked this one much better than the one we tried during our food walk on our first day. I'd come to this location again before the other one that more tourists go to. Something about these ones just worked better for me. At this point, the clouds had burned off and it was time to get into the helicopter to see if we could see the volcano. We've only been in a helicopter one other time, and it's such a thrilling and slightly scary experience. I loved being able to see Reykjavik from a distance. The volcano didn't take too long to get to, and I was surprised at how well we were able to see it. I didn't get a lot of footage because I really wanted to just be in the moment and experience this once-in-a-lifetime thing, but I wanted to at least get a little footage to share. Seeing the lava bubble up was truly amazing. It was so vibrant and bright. We circled around a couple times so we could all get a good view of the volcano. We also went by some previous sites that were active at one point, and that was really cool to see too. The pilot had a bunch of great information and we learned a lot. It was an experience that was definitely worth it in my opinion. Once we were back in the city, it was time to head to dinner for our final meal of the trip. We were tired from a day of exploring, so we headed to Baka Baka for pizza. These pizzas were so good. We started with a margarita one and then finished with a pepperoni. The dough was perfect level of chewiness and crispiness, and all of the toppings were great quality. Everything tasted amazing. We enjoyed our time in Iceland and can't wait to go back one day. Now that my computer issues are resolved, we'll return to regular content for 2025. We'll see you then.